That's very much how I feel the Asian culture has also learned to cope, to not share your problems or else you'll bring shame to yourself and the family.
Although mental health awareness is encouraged for many Americans, the lack of resources and awareness in the Asian American community is shocking. According to Coco Nishi, a doctoral candidate from George Washington University, Asian Americans were seen as 3 times less likely to seek mental health services than whites. Personally, I have struggled with my mental health since I was in middle school, and I've seen how being Asian American has made it harder to get the same quality of therapy. This lack of awareness encouraged me to present about an organization that works to elevate the numbers of Asian Americans seeking mental health services. The National Asian American Pacific Islander Mental Health Association, or NAAPIMHA for short, trains mental health professionals on cultural competence, works with the Asian American community to raise awareness, and develops mental health fact sheets in a variety of different languages. Although they have a strong Facebook page, my role in this organization would be to improve their media further through being their media specialists. Overall, NAAPIMHA is the best fit for me because of my struggle with mental health, identity as an Asian American, and major in public relations, which allows me to potentially better the organization's media relations. To begin my organizational profile, I'm first going to talk about NAAPIMHA's aims, purpose, and key processes. The aim and purpose of NAAPIMHA is best displayed through their mission statement, which, according to their About Us page, is to promote the mental health and well-being of Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders. According to the same page on their website, they accomplish this mission through 5 key processes. The first is by working closely with consumers through developing a statewide consumer network in California. Secondly, is by working closely with community-based organizations that address mental health and health-related issues. Thirdly, is through advocating public policy that will improve quality service, including the 10 guiding principles of recovery. Fourthly, is through providing technical assistance and training services to providers. Examples of these training programs are their Achieving Whole Health training program that trains community members to become wellness coaches, which are coaches who work with individuals to help them improve their mental health, and their Friends Do Make a Difference program, which is a mental health training program for college students and young professionals that helps them facilitate communication skills so that they can talk about their mental health issues, improve their listening skills to assist friends with their challenges, and provides workshops to help them manage stress and depression. Finally, they develop mental health fact sheets in various Asian languages on subjects such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and major depression. Although NAAPIMHA is a great organization, it does face some central issues or problems that I found while researching. The first central issue that I found was a lack of social media, leading to a lack of community outreach. NAAPIMHA currently only has an updated Facebook account, and according to their Facebook page, only 417 people like the page and 477 people follow it. Although this might seem like a large amount of people, for the amount of posts, events, universities that they speak at, and pictures the organization has, the likes and followers should be much more. The second issue is that there is no long-term training for their programs. According to their website page on Achieving Whole Health, the program is only a 1-day training period. Similarly, Friends Do Make a Difference also has a considerably short training period, as according to its page, they provide 1-hour to 2-hour workshops, half-day training, day training, or 2-day training. According to Better Team in 2019, it takes 1 to 2 years before an employee is fully productive in their role, which shows that NAAPIMHA's training program may not be the most effective for their community members. To analyze and critique these 2 issues, I'm going to turn to the human resource approach. According to Miller in 2015 on page 45, human resource theorists recognize that individuals and organizations have feelings that must be considered and emphasize cognitive contributions from employees through their thoughts and ideas. This contribution is important for these issues because the majority of the association is made up of volunteers or individuals that want to help others with their mental health. Therefore, it is important for them to have input and for that input to be heard, since they are the ones promoting and teaching the association's programs. My solution to this for both the lack of social media and community outreach and short training periods is an informal survey. I picked an informal survey because, according to Miller in 2015, informal styles are more likely to satisfy needs for affiliation and employees feel more comfortable contributing in a more informal manner. Creating a survey also seemed like the most logical approach because it allows quick contribution, enhances worker control since their input is being implemented, reduces status difference since it's sent to everyone, and shares information about employees' jobs and the performance of the organization regarding their lack of social media, community outreach, and training program time. These factors are important because they relate to Pfeffer's 7 Practices of Successful Organizations, which highlights 7 practices of successful organizations that show what is done in organizations today to follow human resources principles on pages 54 and 55. In terms of social media and outreach, surveys are important because it will allow easy data to reference when picking social media platforms. For example, the age group of those in achieving whole health versus Friends Do Make a Difference are different, since achieving whole health is geared more towards high schoolers and Friends Do Make a Difference is geared more towards college and young professionals. Therefore, it is important to have both age groups' input to figure out the most effective platform that appeals to both ages of this target market. For the lack of long-term training, a survey is important because one of Pfeffer's 7 practices that is missing is extensive training. So through implementing feedback from employees and members, NAAPIMHA will be able to create an optimal program. The people who will be taking the survey include the board members, general faculty, all wellness coaches, and any people that the wellness coaches have taught or helped. One example of a question that could be asked about social media is, what social media platforms do you turn to when learning about community organizations or businesses? And the options could be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or other. And then one example of a question that could be asked on the survey about the training program is, how long do you feel like training should be for you to become capable in communicating with those that need mental health? And the options could be 1 to 2 hours, 1 to 2 days, 1 to 2 weeks, 1 to 2 months, or if it's over 2 months, then how long? And then they would insert an amount. Overall, a survey allows employee involvement through, according to Miller 2015 on page 54, a participative process, the survey, that uses the entire capacity of workers and is designed to encourage employee commitment to organizational success. Finally, related to our class discussion in week 3, it promotes a team-based management style through the performance and success of the social media and training programs being based on the joint efforts of the whole team through the surveys. Despite the 2 central issues, I believe that NAAPIMHA is ideal for me because it connects with my central values of placing importance on emotion in the workplace. According to Miller in 2015 on page 197, emotion as part of the job is displayed when communication between employees and clients involves some degree of emotional or affective content. I believe this emotional type of work is the most important because it creates lasting bonds with the people you're helping and changes their lives so they're better in terms of their mental health. NAAPIMHA deals with genuine emotion on the job through being a part of the healthcare and human services profession that has to deal with emotional management. Through being a therapist to others, staff who are training wellness coaches or are wellness coaches endure a lot of emotional labor, which Miller in 2015 defines on page 197 as jobs in which workers are expected to display certain feelings to satisfy organizational role expectations. This labor can be shown when coaches are expected to display certain feelings such as empathy, happiness, and courage to empower community members to advocate for and improve their mental health. Although employees and members are subjected to this emotional work, NAAPIMHA has a workshop and training topic specifically on burnout prevention, which is extremely important to help prevent emotional exhaustion, or as Miller in 2015 says on page 204, feeling fatigued, frustrated, used up, or unable to face another day on the job. This is important because it ensures and helps workers to know how to deal with feeling worn out to make sure they are continuously providing the best emotional and motivational service to the AAPI in need. For my potential role in the organization, I would want to be the media specialist in charge of implementing and improving the media relations of the organization and its community. As a media specialist, I would perform the following tasks. Redesign the website in a more cohesive and organized manner. So one example is when you first enter the website, it's on the home page, but it's actually a series of blog posts, which confused me at first. So I would redesign it to have a brief intro of the organization, its mission statement, some pictures, and move the blog post to a blog tab. The second thing that I would do would be to create new social media based off of the survey. The final thing that I would do is to get rid of or redo their Twitter. As I said before, NAAPIMHA only has an updated Facebook page as their social media, since according to their Twitter profile, they have not used their Twitter account since 2015. Therefore, depending on the answers on the survey, I would either get rid of the Twitter entirely or try to redo it to appeal to more people. Regarding my communication needs within the organization, they're going to have to be highly human resource and collaboration based, as I talked about in my analysis of the organization's issues. It is going to be necessary for board members, community members, and wellness coaches to all contribute to the surveys and be open and honest with me so that I can create the most effective social media to promote NAAPIMHA. Although contribution is the first step, it is also going to be necessary for the directors and top board members to take these contributions seriously, listen to their members, and allow me to implement the changes that are suggested. For my personal needs as an employee as a result of my position, I'm going to need explicit information regarding organizational knowledge and respect with how I manage that knowledge to make decisions for the organization's media. According to Miller in 2015, on page 153, knowledge management involves using explicit knowledge that is saved in documents, systems, and programs, and tactic knowledge that is held by individuals in the organization to promote ongoing collaboration and improvisation. This knowledge management is going to be important because I'm going to need both the documents, systems, and programs used by NAAPIMHA and feedback from individuals to make the most optimal media. Overall, the National Asian American Pacific Islander Mental Health Association is the best fit for me because of its relation to my own personal struggles with mental health, my ethnic and cultural identity, and my major in public relations, which preps me for roles such as a media specialist. Through this assignment, it has shown me that the organizational life that I want to immerse myself in is one of open communication through collaboration, care, and making a change. Ultimately, communication would be the main role in my organizational life, as everyone has to work together and communicate to inspire others, provide their input, make decisions, and solve conflicts. In the end, this assignment was very useful in presenting an organization that I want to look into interning for in the future, since originally I did not know that NAAPIMHA even existed before this project.